Do 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 do. Turn that on. Do 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 do. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Check that out. What's up, Michael? How you doing tonight, sir? Farming Simulator 25. Yes, that's the one we want. Farming Simulator 25. Yes, that's the one we want as well. And then we save that. Good, how about you? I am pretty good, sir. I am pretty good. And conservative. Other than, you know, I was supposed to start streaming like an hour ago, and I tried to get in the server, and it's like, hey, the server can't be found. And I was like, what's going on? Come to find out, there was a server update, or a game update. So the server didn't update when I started it, like 2 hours ago. So I had to go back and redo all that. Fun times, said no one. Said no one ever. Alright. Is there anything else ready to harvest now? We got some corn in 58 and 55 and 64. That corn up there is not right. Maybe we should, before everyone joins, maybe we should sleep it up a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to join that. Oh, everything's loading in. Oi. 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 Just sleep until 8. Yep. It's just so much easier when no one's in the server. So, you want to take a guess on what my rental is?
Oh, jeez.
Give you a hint. We just talked about it not last week, maybe week before. No. Last week before.
No, last week.
Yeah, we were talking about this very specific model and how ridiculous it was.
I know. Yeah. I know. I just like so much has happened in the past week. I'm just like any details are just like at this point just like in my head and out the other. God. If it's a very specific model, is it one that I hate?
You said it was ridiculous.
Good or bad?
I think you you didn't like it, but you were impressed by what was under the hood. If that makes any sense.
Oh, that it wasn't like a 1.8 liter turbo 4-cylinder.
No.
Okay. So it'll be like probably be like a small SUV. No.
Let me
Not
put it this way:
standard.
I put in for the Dodge Durango, which
Right.
she told me that it was either going to be a Dodge Durango or a Chevy Traverse. Now, when I got there, or they called me early. They called me around 10, and were like, "Hey, if you want, you can come pick it up early. We're not gonna." I was like, "Is it gonna cost me extra if I pick up early?" Nope, no extra
Oh,
charge.
the Jeep, right?
Yeah, the Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah.
We were talking
nice.
so much shit on it, and that's what I ended up with. But she's like, "I'll give you two options," and then I get there, and there was a woman that was ahead of me, and like she held the door open for me to get in, and they gave her the option. They're like, "Do you want the Suburban or the Wagoneer?" And I was like, easy, go with the Suburban. And then
like, I'm sorry. Like, at what point were you gonna choose a Wagoneer over a Suburban?
Yeah. So then when he was helping me, as she took the woman out, and the woman took the Suburban, and she come back in, and she was like, he was like, what car do you have for this guy here? And she's like, "Oh, I got you right here." And she went back and come out with the Wagoneer keys. I was like, son of a... I knew I just darted in front of that.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Dude, I'm not... The outside looks absolutely ridiculous, but the inside, pretty swag.
It's still... Yeah. I'm just saying, like...
It's got massage,
I feel like the only people that buy Jeep, like, let's just put, like, the Wrangler aside. Like, the only people that are buying Jeep, like, SUV stuff, people are, like, lifelong Jeep people, or, like, got it used.
Yep. Or are there people that can't afford the Wrangler, so they just go with... Or they... Like,
yeah, but, dude, see, like, the
Wrangler's
Jeep, like,
not big enough for them, so they're like, yeah, we're just going to go with the Wagoneer.
Yeah, but they're small ones, like the Compass and the Patriot and stuff. Those things are all trash.
Yeah, that's what I told him when he was like, "Oh, it's the Wagoneer." I was like, "Ah," he goes, "Not what you wanted." I was like, "I don't have a very good family history with Jeep."
Yeah, you just reply to that with, who would want that?
I was like, my mom had a Jeep Liberty. That thing was in the shop every other month. And my dad had two Wranglers, and both of them had issues. I was like, the benefit, I'm not buying this thing. I said, so if it breaks down on the way to Pennsylvania, I can just stop into another Enterprise and pick up something better, right? He goes, "Oh, don't say that. Our Wagoneers are pretty good." All right.
But the thing is, like, go back and look at the old Wagoneer. Like, at least when you're coming back with the, like, rebirth of something, at least, like, pay some homage to the original, and not just the grill, okay?
Well, because, the grill doesn't look like the old Wagoneer.
It just still has, it's the classic Jeep grill that they've never changed.
But it's like bent, like, it's like a 90-degree angle in it. It's so stupid looking.
I know, but at least, like, when Ford brought back the Bronco, they, like, brought back some elements of it, you know? Like, I think it's poorly done, but they still, like, made an attempt to go back to it. Same thing when Chevy came out with the...
People still buy it because it's Bronco.
When they came out with the Charger and the Challenger, like, it at least loosely resembled
the
older vehicles, like, very, very loosely, but you could tell, you know? You could tell. You look at this thing and you're just like, is that a Jeep Grand Cherokee or is that a Wagoneer? Like they look the same, just like one's slightly bigger than the other.
10 meters. What's this one? 13 meters. Is this full?
And I gotta say, like my personal opinion is, I think that Jeep Grand Cherokees are the worst. I'm not talking about the new ones. I'm talking about like the early 2000s ones, like late 90s, and probably early 2000s, like 2004, 2005.
I've never driven.
Hated those things.
I drove my mom's Jeep Liberty. I hated that thing. It's like driving an arcade machine.
I think my friend had the Patriot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one with the big back end that looked absolutely ridiculous.
He had, yeah. And Jeep only had, it was a 4-speed manual that my buddy had. And he and I were the only ones that knew how to drive stick.
This is not going to end well for me.
So, like, that's what, if he wasn't driving, I'd be driving. And we used to take, like, a lot of road trips down to Pennsylvania and stuff back in the day. And so I'd just be like the one that was driving. I was like, I hated driving this thing. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. And like the transmission absolutely blows. I hate that car. He did too. He had it for like 3 years and he's just like, I know I'm taking a bath on this one by like getting rid of it, but like I can't drive it anymore. So we got an Audi A4.
Yeah, this thing, it's like all the bells. It's 2 steps up from what I reserved, so I can't complain. But this dude, we get out. There's 2 Wagoneers sitting out there. There's a red one, and then there's the nicer one, which we got. It's like a navy blue with black rims, and he was like, I think it's gonna be this one. And he holds the remote and starts it up, and he's pointing at the red one, and then the one way down the other end of the parking lot fires up. He goes, I think it's gonna be that one. We get in, and he was like, the first thing he did was turn on the massage seats in it, and it was going to town. It was feeling good, and like he kept going. He's like, so you got any more questions for me? We've done everything. And it's like, no, I think he goes, well, you got a cooler in here, and he lifts up the thing, and there's a full blown like cooler in there that has like a cool power button and everything. And he's talking about, and then he showed me a couple other things. He's like, okay, so any more questions? It's like, no, I think I'm good. And he goes, okay, well, did you see this? And then he kept going all over and over, and then he's all right, okay. Any questions? I was like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I think I got everything. He's, well, did you see the cooler? I'm like, oh my god, dude. Okay. I think he was just enjoying the massage chair.
Dude, I'm sorry, but like a cooler built in is one of the dumbest, like quote unquote, features that vehicles have.
That one threw me for like, I was like, because you have to have like a bottle or like to keep a drink cool. Like you can't put a can in there after you open it.
Right, but like also, like why don't you just bring a cooler with you?
Eat that too and save some
like gas. It's an SUV. It has the storage space. What room are you saving by packing a cooler? Like you don't need that. And then after everything melts, like I know there's a drain underneath that you can drain it out, but still, like, come on, and like how well insulated is that, and all these things. Like,
ready to go.
The only useful feature that I've seen recently has ever been added to a vehicle is like the trucks that have the outlet, like the 3-prong outlet in the bed of the truck.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Like that's awesome in so many ways.
My
like, you can use it for like
Flex
tailgating
one in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're still gonna have to have the tailgate open for that.
Yeah, but still, like it's. Well, I mean, you gotta have the tailgate open to do anything, and they're looking to sell in the back of that thing. Gotta have it open.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I guess just like having a 3-prong outlet in the vehicle is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like highly underrated, but like when the Tacoma added that, it's like, oh shit, like that. I've never seen that before. That makes a lot of sense. And like, why isn't everyone doing this?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's I don't know why they didn't do that sooner. That's a no-brainer. Especially if you a pickup truck and you're using it for like working.
Yeah, and I know it puts like a drain on the battery, but like you can also just like, I don't know, like plug a generator into it. I don't know.
That could be very well why one guy has always needed a jump start when he goes to leave out here.
I know that's the one. That's the one downside, and it would be like, it would make sense if like having a second battery like dedicated to that. And it was built in, like that would be cool. But yeah, run it off your main battery because, like, unfortunately, I don't have that in my truck. But I thought about like how that would work at NASCAR, and I was like, yeah, I would totally be the person that just like drain the effing battery
with your Blackstone griddle popped up on you.
Right. Yeah, and just like plugging also like charging phones and like just being super ignorant with it, and then just like leaving something plugged in when I go into the race, and coming back out and just like being that person that just
some random guy walks by. He's like, "Oh damn, my phone's almost dead. Hey, I gotta charge it for that."
Well, charge that up. Yeah, buddy, come on in.
And then after the race, you're sitting there just trying to start your truck, and he walks by. And he's like, "Oh, but that sucks." Yeah,
well, my phone's charged. Want me to call you a tow truck?
Yeah. Bastard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like my phone's dead. Actually, probably what I'd do is like put in one of those, like a power strip. They have like 5 different things plugged into that.
It's gonna drain your battery. Nah, it's a Tacoma. It's good.
Like you seen the Parks and Rec? You watch that show?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one where they go camping.
To, but you can get into it. It's too much like The Office.
Yeah. There's one where they go camping and like Aziz Ansari's character is like the only like the highest end stuff. So he goes camping and he's got like all of this stuff. He's got like a soft serve thing plugged in and like TV, Xbox, like air conditioning, all this stuff going on a generator. But he forgot that he forgot to bring gas for the generator, so it all shut off. But just like that's probably what I'd be doing. Didn't let me join in. That shit.
I'm sitting there playing with the buttons. So I'm gonna pick the kid up from the bus stop because my wife drove me to pick it up, and I was talking about these massage seats, so she had to test them out. So we went and picked the kid up at the bus stop. And I was just playing with the buttons, and I hit one switch, and all of a sudden I noticed out of the corner of my eye the hood dipping down. I was like, what? And I was looking at it, and it was the ride height control. I was like, this bitch got switches?
Why do you need to control your ride height?
There's 5 different levels, and you can see seriously.
Yeah, but for what purpose? literally for what purpose?
I
Other
guess
than the
you wanna
fact
take
that
it off
they
road.
can do it. Like, that's the vehicle that you're going to take off-road. That thing is what? We decided it was like, what, $75,000?
Yeah. It's way
That's what you're going
expensive.
to take off-road.
Yep.
Okay.
Jeep people, man. Jeep people.
And that's, no, it's not about that. It's because, and my wife and I say this all the time because I can't stand her, and she can't either. Like, her infotainment system in her
Oh, you cut off.
T1.
You stopped it. I can't stand her.
No, sorry. Where there's just like no physical buttons or switches. Everything is on the touch screen. So in order to like change and it's not only that it's on the touch screen, it's that there's so many options to pick too, because you have like dual climate zones, and then you can heat like your feet and your shins, your feet, shins, and knees, or just your shins and knees, or like your waist, and like, yeah, literally every combination of body part heat. And do you want it on the fan? Do you want it on the heat? Do you want it on the cooling? And like, how strong do you want the fan? And all this stuff, it all has to be done, and it's like, it's all digital, so you have to look, and there's so many options that it's confusing. And it's like, just because you can and you have this technology does not mean that it needs to be there. Like, I don't think I've encountered someone that's just like, oh, I love that.
Well, I'll give it credit. It does have some climate control buttons under the touchscreen. Not like a full range, but it does have some. And the volume button, it actually has a volume knob, which is nice. You don't have to hit the up and down button on the steering wheel to go up or down. It's just like, it's just something so nice about just being able to
I feel like
crank
the volume knob, I feel like that's always going to exist.
There's not one on my car stereo. I have to either use the side button, the side touch buttons, or the steering wheel buttons to turn it up or down.
What?
Yep.
Howdy.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
I got a question for you guys later about something.
You're way quiet.
Better?
I don't know. Say a sentence.
I got a question for you guys later on.
Okay, that's better.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't hear what you said before. I heard was. What's up, Jake? Hey? Say tizzle in the hizzle, mizzle. Don't dizzle. Usually they disable the GPS if you don't pay like $10 a day for it. And this thing, I guess they can't, because he was like, it's got GPS, and hit the button and it comes up. So I was like, I was going to use Apple CarPlay anyway. Yeah. We'll roll out the long boy for this one.
Is it if I use this case?
Go for it. It's not mine.
Oh, it's Tony's.
Yeah.
No, I won't use it then.
If it's not up by my place, it's not mine. think if it's at the starting area, I think that's like the community area. I think he just stashes anything he doesn't want at his place there.
Wait, so are you all the way up at the top?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's all the way over on the left-hand side. Or to the left of me, on the right on the map. Good lord, look at all that shit he's got over there on the right-hand side.
So how about this Lexian? This class?
Is it my place?
I think so, if you're all the way up the top of the map.
Yeah, I was going to sell it, so you want to go for it.
Well,
I bought the New Holland.
that's the one that you're using?
Yeah. Doing corn.
Does this have all the attachments?
Hey, you know a guy that will hook you up with a John Deere. Go for it.
Well, I mean, damn, you got enough money here. Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should probably sell those solar panels. Just making buku bucks off solar panels.
It's like I'm straight up just gonna go buy it.
115 million. So buy what you would. You get a blank check.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Cody? How are you? As a tax cut of the citizen, you like paying your school taxes, children, family, education, get a good education. I haven't seen the school, Mr. Taxman. I don't see a school anywhere. So it's already bad enough we're building your museum. So what more do you want from me? What more from? Do you want to use my money, my tax money for roping off more land for the fish farm that has no function on the map? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. Useless waste of space. Or at least teach FFA for 1 hour a day. I could do that. You get behind the wheel, it goes boom. There you go. Can you imagine me as an FFA teacher? Just be like, alright kids, hold my beer, watch this shit. Oh, sir, you hit that car. Yeah, it was in my way. He should have known better. This is the way I farm. I'm pretty good at this thing, Fran. You're off. So wait, why do you have to ask this question later? Why can't you just ask it now?
Good point. Good point.
Oh, you're back to being quiet.
Yes, because.
Is it a sexual question and your parents are still in the living room?
No.
You have to think about it. I think it might be. Ugh. I'm done crying for someone like you. 10 people watching. Let's get them like up, people. Smash that like button or else. Yeah, smash it. Smash it so good. Just take your thumb and just jam it. I want the full impression of your thumbprint on the screen after hitting the like button.
It's sushi for dinner.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I say as someone who's never eaten sushi.
I mean,
Nothing about raw fish appeals to me.
I don't know. There's such a wide variety of stuff that it's really hit or miss for me. And some of the stuff I just won't touch. Like, I'm not getting explorative with any of this. Like, the place we went to, like, specialized in sushi, and it was like, some of the stuff was like wrapped in like eel skin, and
Like, sorry, I can good faith deny
had like
that.
eel meat in it, and then like urchins and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't get behind that. I'd love to, but I just can't do it. It's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird.
Not kind of. It's way weird.
And you know, I'm sure people that grew up eating that and then only probably look at some of the shit that we eat.
They're like fried pickles. Ugh.
Right. Or just,
You eat squid.
yeah, just
Leave
random
me alone.
things like sour cream. Why would you have that? Yeah, that's actually a better example. That's actually a much better example. Because like I can't even get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my dad used to eat like, so I grew up with it in the household. My dad would scoop out cottage cheese into a bowl and then like dump like pepper on it.
Ugh. And eat it straight up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
No.
like I grew up thinking that was completely, I never had it because like it just looked like something that I would just never eat. So, but that was always in the
All
fridge,
these fish sandwiches.
and he'd always just sit there and like eat that. Gross.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree on that. Nothing about it looks appealing. This is like someone barfed up some white crap and put it in a jar. No, I'm good. We had some pulp chops. And then I'm gonna have me a Helen sausage sandwich in the morning. And then I'm skipping lunch to pregame for the world's largest buffet. And I'm just gonna make myself miserable.
Happily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was like, because we something about breakfast at the buffet. My wife was like, that's always an option. We can do the breakfast buffet. I was like, no. If we do the breakfast buffet, it's gonna be a day where we do absolutely nothing. So we're just gonna be miserable for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta hit that at like 3 or 4 o'clock.
That's the game. Well, 4-ish.
Yep. Yep, that's in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to do it at dinner time.
I'm gonna pig out. It's the grand buffet night or whatever it's called. Where they've got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, we are gonna. We both agreed that we're gonna get things that we've never tried and try them together and see if we like them. So.
Okay. mean-
that's concerning.
No. I mean, there's no better place to do that. Because it's not like you're wasting money.
Yeah.
You can just take a bite of it and be like, nah, I'll throw it out.
Like one of the things that everybody that we like read their reviews or watched their reviews on YouTube, they all like rave about these ham balls, and the best way that I've heard it described is like a meatball made of ham. It just sounds disgusting to me, but everybody talks about how great they are. It's like, I don't think I want a meatball made of ham. That does not sound appealing to me. They're like, they're so good. Medium rare is the only way out.
It doesn't really sound good.
Rare is a little too rare for me. I like medium rare. Yeah, no, nothing about it sounds appealing, but everybody rates, so I'm gonna at least take a bite of it. Yeah. Just like my wife's never had shoe fly pie, so that's gonna be her first experience with shoe fly pie. I don't know how my uncle eats it like he does. Ugh. I can eat like I can get like halfway through a slice of shoe fly pie before my teeth start hurting. My uncle can sit there and eat it. Like my dad said, if my aunt didn't stop him, that he would just eat the whole pie in one sitting. It's like, how's that man do it? Ugh.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what shoe fly pie is?
Nope.
Oh, so it's a. I'm thinking it's an Amish thing because that's where it's most popular at. It's a pie made out of molasses. So it's like, imagine. Have you ever had Fig Newtons?
No, just like pass. Like I'm already all set. Nope.
Have you ever had Fig Newtons?
Like that's not pie, in my opinion. I don't see it. It's not pie. Be gone with you.
No, have you ever had Fig Newtons?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so you know the texture of the filling? It's like that, but it tastes like maple syrup.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
It's good, but it's super sweet to the point where it hurts your teeth after you eat too much of it.
Yeah, no shit. Like, and it's like the most like sticky substance possible. Like, why? Who let that happen? I guess that'd be my question. Because like, no, 1,000% no.
Like I said, I think it's an Amish thing. I could be wrong.
Oh my god.
I'm a fan of the whoopie pies. Those are pretty good.
Oh yeah, whoopie pies are fun. It's a big difference.
I'm down for a slice of shoe fly pie, but like I said, I want to get through like half before my teeth start. And it's like, all right, that's time to be done. Oh, apple pie is amazing. I love me some pumpkin pie too. I like the snack. I know it's not the same thing, but I like the snack apple pies that you can get from I think Edmonds. I don't know if you guys if that's a national chain or not. Edmonds, and then there's another brand that makes them that are really good. Someone like you, I would never crying. Everybody's life. I got it, pin. I got an apple. Apple pin. I got a pin. I got a pineapple. Pineapple pin. Got a pin. Got an apple. That guy somehow made that like a super popular song. Just let that get sink in. He's talking about pineapple, apple pie, apple pin, pineapple pin. We make the dumbest shit famous. Case in point, Kardashians. This guy, and then what was the other guy? The PSY. Open arm stop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nobody understood what he was saying. But it was like the summer jam. Yeah, that's probably why everybody watched it, because that guy, like, he was so creepy looking. They probably thought he was going to come through their monitor if he clicked off of it. You better watch this in its entirety. I'm going to come through your monitor while you're sleeping. And I'm going to sing it. I'm going to turn off your alarm, and your alarm's going to be me singing Pineapple Pin. And I think the Gangnam Style, however you pronounce it, that was just King Jong-un's foray into pop music. He's like, you know, I need a leader. I think I shall write a song. Open Gangnam Style. I don't want to go to work tomorrow? I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm going on vacation. Hate us because the anus. Can't always get what you want. Corn. Corn. It's not even 10 yet. No, you feel like I can go to bed.
Yeah, same.
What do you think about Switch 2? I hate it because it's going to make the price of everything else
Went
go
across
up.
the street to like a local spot that's like essentially it's like a martini bar, which neither of us are really drinking the martinis, but always wanted to go, so we're like, why not? Weird.
We don't drink martinis, Will. We want to go to martini bar.
Yeah. It's, well, I mean, the backstory is like, it was basically a glorified shed on the corner of the highway, and they decided it was like a little martini bar. And that's all they did. And then during COVID, they put up those little, like, igloo things. Those like, clear igloo things outside, and people loved that. And so it got a lot of popularity, and they had a bunch of, like, creative martinis, and that's literally all they did. So at any given time, their capacity was, like, maybe 20 people. But you couldn't go there because... Yeah, because you couldn't go there because it was constantly booked up. And we had a Chili's that, like, down the street that went out of business. And so this tiny little place, this little martini bar, bought that, and they spent 6 months converting it into, like, a full-blown, like, martini bar and, like, full restaurant thing. And everybody loves it, and again, it's still, like, it's booked up constantly. So it was across the street from where we went to dinner, so we're like, oh yeah, we're here, might as well just check it out. And neither of us got martinis, so
You can't go to a martini bar and not get a martini. It's blasphemy.
I got a peach whiskey lemonade.
I don't like peach.
Neither do I.
Alright. So essentially you went to a place that is known for something you don't drink and ordered something with a flavor that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You're an interesting fella. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, my wife wanted to go, so I think it's just more like the allure to see what this place was all about. Because now it's a full-blown restaurant. Like, there's no chance I would have gone to this place when it was just the only martinis and that's all they do. But I didn't go to that.
But yeah, circle back around, Brett. I feel like the Switch 2, especially with the game prices, is just going to raise
honestly,
the price.
like, I wanted to see what a converted Chili's looked
Nintendo gets
like.
away with it. Sony and Microsoft are going to shortly follow right behind them, and pretty much they're going to make
they actually
gaming
did a pretty good job with it.
like unaffordable.
And also, they like picked the wrong time to close all these Chili's, because now they're doing great.
Oh, Chili's is amazing.
And honestly, like, I would prefer if that place was still a Chili's.
Me too, because Chili's is amazing. Is the food? Well, you didn't go for dinner.
No,
Is
but
the
we were
food,
like,
did you look at the menu? Does it even sound good?
we were standing at the bar where
How did you
my
get the
wife was
first one?
sitting, and I was just
I guess
kinda,
I really don't have
standing
an
right in the
opinion.
corner.
Then go ahead.
It was just packed.
I just don't see it. The
And,
prices
the guy
being
next
good
to
for
us
the rest of the gaming
got
community.
Food, and it actually looked really good.
We're
It
predicting.
was like a
me and
mini
PJ
cast iron
both
skillet,
predict
maybe like a
that
6-inch cast iron skillet.
GTA 6 is
that
going to
had
be the
mashed
first $100
potatoes
game.
in it, and on top of that was just a big old steak, and then on the side was just like cooked carrots, but they were still like in their regular carrot form, and then like a little salad on the side. I was like, yeah, you know what, that actually looks pretty darn good. Like, minus the vegetables, of course.
But ain't no Chili's triple dipper.
Right. And like, you ain't getting that for $10.
chilies, baby back ribs.
Let's borrow your truck here for a second.
Did you see that the wife of the Weezer's bass
Yeah,
player
yep.
got shot
Yeah.
and arrested, and they're still just gonna play Coachella? They're like, yeah, all right, sure.
Like, yeah, like she has attempted murder charges.
Yeah. He's just like, not my problem, bruh.
Like,
And
I still haven't gotten like a clear story on exactly what happened. Like, I have a general idea, but the specifics are a little.
From what I read, is they were assisting.
Yeah, something about a hit and run, and they ran into that, like, their yard, and she came out with a gun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know from that point. Like, I understand everything that happened at that point. I don't understand what happened after.
Well, she pulled a gun on the police, and she refused to drop it, so they popped some shots in her, apparently. And
Well,
then
I
arrested
also
her.
heard that she pointed it at them.
Well, from what they were saying, it's unclear if she pulled the trigger or not. So some people are saying she did, some people are saying she didn't. They said from the body cam footage, it's unclear on if she did or not. So, if she's getting attempted murder charges from, I would imagine she'd have to have fired it, right?
I don't know.
Because you're just pointing it at, that's not attempted murder.
It's also the LAPD, so.
Good point.
Like, their rules around that stuff are very different.
Still, for an attempted murder charge, she either had to pull the trigger or she had to, like, I guess, be threatening to shoot them or something. At least something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, from what I read, that she did point it at them at some point. So I don't know if that's enough by their rule book to be charged with that. I don't know, but from everything I know about their law book, it definitely heavily favors like protecting the LAPD.
California, of all places, protecting the police department. It's almost like an oxymoron.
No kidding.
Oh, shit. Oh my, I didn't realize it was this huge section over here. Jesus Pete. This is a good chance field gonna do something on the phone. So how long you gotta wait to ask this question, Brandon?
Probably till you're done streaming. He's gonna wait it out.
No, he ain't gonna wait that long.
No, he's waiting for something.
He's either gotta finish his TV show, or it's a question he doesn't want his parents to hear, and he's gotta wait for them to go to bed. Oh, the thing lit up.
TV show.
Ah, lame. Wait, what TV show is it?
Fire Country. It's a dumb show. But,
Hey, I enjoyed the first season.
I mean, I'm invested this long. I might as well just watch it just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
Did
you're
it
the
go
reason
downhill the
they keep
second
making.
season?
Yeah, you're the reason they keep making new seasons, Brandon. What you gotta do is boycott.
I mean, it's
that.
better than other shows. I mean, let's be real.
Like, if I don't like it
Shows that-
after the first season, I am not watching the second season.
I mean, it's better than other TV shows that they produce.
Well, that says something about the production company.
Excuse me.
I mean, any other Sheldon TV series, I just don't care for them.
It's like any other Fire TV. Like, they start off good, and then they try to any Fire.
It's too much drama show. That's what
Fire
it
and
turns
police.
into.
Like, they start off really
I mean-
good, and they try to make it too dramatic, and it's just like,
I
nah.
got like 3 episodes into 911.
Yep, we watched the first
and-
season, then it just went downhill.
Like,
I don't care for any of those
like,
911 series.
crazily, like it got out of hand, like extreme scenarios very quickly.
Yep.
I know one of the most
it was-
recent one, it was a bee tornado.
Yep.
Yeah, yep.
It's like,
And it's like,
And
okay,
they did the same with the Rookie. Like, it started off so good, and then it's like the third
I still
or
like The Rookie.
fourth season when they went to New Mexico. It's just like, or they went to Mexico to take on a cartel guy. It's just like,
I know,
it's
but
like that's not what the LAPD is doing. All right.
at the same time, they're also like, these shows are having to like work in. It's not like these main characters, they just like stay on one series. They like insist on doing movies and stuff too once they get big. So then they have to like write the series around certain characters not being in the series for a certain amount of time. So like for The Rookie, John Nolan's wife was gone doing like some training for like 3/4 of the season. It was just
He got
not
married?
involved. Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert!
That's a spoiler
in
for you,
like season 5 or something.
dude, this is like season 3.
Really, that was that
the last
soon?
the last time I watched it, he was talking to the doctor, who was like after they got all hot and heavy, she was like, I'm gonna focus on my relationship with my husband or ex-husband or whatever. And it's just like, really? This is third season, third woman that's dumped him? Like, this is pretty ridiculous.
Oh, maybe right then, season 5.
Oh, so that's not-
season 4.
I don't say I think it's season 6 when Tim and what's her name? I don't want to say Lucy.
Yep.
Oh, it is Lucy. I think those two got together since he went to Metro.
I
think it was
started
season six.
when I stopped watching. They were first.
They're not together anymore.
They were all hot. They were getting hot and heavy. They were trying to deny their feelings, but you can clearly tell there was mutual feelings between the two.
Yeah.
That's about the time I stopped watching.
I watched too many shorts of it, so it kind of like ruined the series for me. But
Used to love it, and then, like I said, when they went down to Mexico, that's when I checked out. I was like, it was
Yeah, it's no
going
longer
so good.
realistic.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just like fly. Like, there's no jurisdiction.
Like, we're gonna invade Mexico and save her. It's like, we have people for that, right? It's not the LAPD.
Yeah, and like like warrants don't apply.
I will say I can't wait for the next season of Reacher. I don't know why, but I like that series.
What's that about?
Reacher. Jack Reacher. On Amazon Prime.
I haven't watched it.
There's it. Okay.
I don't watch shit on Amazon Prime.
The
Well,
one
I
I
don't
watch
watch
on
Amazon
Amazon
Prime. I
Prime
watch
is
on free
Upload.
series.
That's the only one I've watched. That was Amazon Prime exclusive or whatever.
The Grand Tour. That's it. And Jeremy Clarkson's stuff.
I haven't watched The Farm.
Clarkson's Farm is so funny. It's like it's funnier than the Grand Tour that they were doing, like 1,000 times.
I've seen a couple shorts of the Clarkson Farm. It's like, okay, if I ever get Amazon Prime, I'm gonna watch that first. I'm waiting for the Plex server to maybe get it, but
I'm just like
series are hard to get.
I check weekly to see if the new season is not like they should be getting to it.
I think they
Pretty soon.
greenlit season 3. Just don't know when. Actually,
No, they've already had season 3.
okay, so season 4 then. Whatever.
Their latest season should be coming out for everyone to watch soon, like in the next month or so, I want to say. And they already renewed for another season beyond the one that's coming out soon. So, like, he's probably just going to keep doing this. I have to say, it is one of the few shows that I actually have to, I'm like dying laughing and then rewind it and watch it again and just die laughing again.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But that's only if you like Top Gear and...
I like the original Top Gear. I've watched that in the old farmhouse. It's like, that was good.
And
show.
like the... More specifically, I guess, like the Grand Tour stuff.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? The red and yellow imports the sea.
How is it only 10?
Right?
Why are you tired and ready to be called?
Dude, I could probably go upstairs and go to sleep right now.
Seriously.
I just started streaming it an hour ago. An hour, I feel like it's like midnight.
Yeah, like getting there. I seriously thought it was going to say like 11:15 when I looked over. It's like the last hour is kind of a push. Ugh.
Alright, here's my question / rank.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, your show's over.
Yeah. I can just literally Google this word and find the answer, but I figure it would come more entertaining from you guys. It's not entertaining, more knowledge, I guess. By chance, are you two religious at all? To some degree. This rolls into the question, so...
Does partying with monks make you religious?
I understand both perspectives. I grew up with that. But I no longer have any kind of religious affiliation.
Same. I went to church when I was
So
a kid.
I
but
understand
just-
it. Yeah, and I understand why people like continue to do so. Like, I get it. But me personally, I don't.
Okay. So the
So,
question is,
We see it both ways.
I believe this is Christian, but cannot for sure know
very-
if it is.
It's a very broad.
Yes,
paintbrush.
that's the issue. I don't know what it actually is from. Because you know how there's different versions for whatever you believe in.
Different versions, yeah.
What do you
Different
want me to
version
call
for
that?
whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
there's
It's the informal word would be sects, and that's SECTS.
okay. Long story short, I was dealing with some people.
That was, yeah.
That was the short
on.
version? Alright.
The short version is I was dealing with someone up.
Dabbling with some cults.
No.
Oh.
No. This is just the information I received about this. I was just curious about.
Is this a cult?
No.
Okay, sorry.
I'm guessing because it has to do with Easter that's coming up. So that's why.
All right.
The long story short, a neighbor of mine sold a sheep to a person up north about an hour away. Anyway, this is the first time ever owning a large animal. They basically are a suburb hobby farm, I guess. Not really even a hobby farm. They didn't tell us after the fact until we already came home for the day. Anyway, they were trying to buy a sheep. Okay, we just sold them a sheep because we have extra sheep.
With
Well,
the
we didn't
story
know-
gets short.
Yeah, like get to the point, man.
Okay. They bought the sheep to slaughter, which we didn't know about until after the fact. Apparently, they do a Passover, celebration of a Passover. So I was just curious. I assume it's because of Easter that's coming up.
Well, that's Passover's something else.
That's why I wanted to ask you because I figured
Passover's Jewish.
Okay,
I don't think
so
you need a
does-
blood sacrifice for Passover.
No, the end of the text says we want to do it as experience of the fullness of the Passover. They want to slaughter the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's for Easter, since Easter's next week, or next week, 2 weeks from now, whatever. I assume
Yeah,
that's
but like in the Christian, like, well, in like the cat Christian community, I guess. It's Easter.
yes.
That's what it is.
So it's Jewish then,
Pretty sure.
because I mean.
Oh damn! Now you have me
do-
questioning myself. Like,
I thought it was Christian because I don't know.
don't
I don't
second
do
guess
any
me
of this.
because then as soon as you second guess me, then I second guess myself.
I had no idea. I was gonna look it up, but I figured, hey, I'll let the guys have more fun with this than I will.
No, dude, I'm right. Okay.
So it is Jewish then.
Yeah, 1000%. Like,
Okay, make it
I don't even
yours.
know why I question myself on that. God. Damn it, Brandon.
Okay, so what's the? Why do they do that?
That's my
If you
question.
know.
I was like, I'd never heard
So
of
it's Old
slaughtering a
Testament.
sheep for Passover. That's,
It is. It's in the Old Testament. There's like one of
it sounds more like a cult.
the things that they do.
Blood sacrifice.
Doing a lamb to slaughter. There's a whole thing about it. All right.
I've heard of leading the lamb to slaughter, but I didn't know they out here.
It's a
another-
sacrificial lamb. That's where that term kind of comes
Sound-
from.
Sounds
another
old-
sounds cultish
from
to
the-
me.
Another quote from the paragraph they sent us. It's like three paragraphs. We are celebrating the Passover. We have decided to celebrate the Holy Feast.
So they bought a sheep off of you and just like afterwards
thought they
just
were-
told you everything that they're planning on like that's a bit
Yes.
weird.
Yes.
Like, why do you need to know that, and why do you care after you've already sold it? It's their problem.
Exactly. Well, they felt bad because, I mean, the neighbors own sheep for 30-some years. They know how to deal with sheep. So they were telling the buyer, well, if you don't raise them and show them and stuff, you'll have to get them sheared in the next week or two because summer's coming on. And we were just going on how to explain all the information about the sheep.
And they let you go
Yeah,
on
no,
knowing
just
they're
like
full
that's-
blown. They're gonna just like slit
That's
this,
cool. Like,
Yeah.
throw this thing.
Yes.
that's
It's like, seriously? You should have said that at first.
Oh damn!
all right. I'm putting this all together here. All right, here you go. You want all the information? I'm going to give you all of the information dumped right here.
Go ahead.
That
So
kind of
in-
stinks.
The context of Passover, the holy feast lamb refers to the lamb sacrificed and eaten during the first Passover celebration in Egypt. It's the sacrifice that the Torah mandates the Israelites to ritually slaughter on the evening of Passover and eat lamb on the first night of the holiday with bitter herbs and matzah. And then Passover 2025 starts on April 12th, which is tomorrow. So, there you go.
Because they're going to take it to the butcher on the 14th. But
I think that's a lot.
no, I mean, we just dropped it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's already.
We
It's
dropped it
already
off Thursday, so.
They're not bringing it to a butcher.
No, they've already slit that throat. They're just like
Yeah, it's
they're
gone.
drinking its blood now.
Now, I don't know how well you guys know about animal-wise,
Sorry.
but 90% of the time, you do not butcher a male. Because,
They don't care.
no, I'm just saying, a normal person, there's a difference between a male and female taste in the meat. From what I've been told, the male meat is tougher and has more of a taste of the testosterone. I know that's what I would.
That's
It has
no,
higher
it's
levels in it.
So much no. And why are we talking about this?
Well, they bought a ram. That's why I'm saying it.
They don't care.
I know, but it gives a different taste in the meat.
What part they don't care? Don't forget.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, not really that. After the fact, but still. I mean, if you want a good meat to eat, then
Right, well, I don't think like maybe that. Obviously, they were in a hurry. Okay.
obviously, yeah.
And this is the first time they said it's the first time that they're doing it. So like they obviously don't know what they're doing. So they'll figure it out. Like give them a chance. Damn.
Not your lamb anymore.
Yeah. Quit being so judgy. It's
I mean,
dead.
it's the idea that they sent
Dead.
this 3 paragraphs long text message
I'm sure it
an hour
was.
after we left. It's like,
Listen,
really?
I don't think like a 2-sentence thing would have sufficed in that situation.
Well,
Like,
obviously
you
not.
have to explain yourself. Because you can't just be like, I want this now, no questions asked. Let's meet in the Walmart parking lot. Like, I don't think it works like that.
Hey, about we
I
appreciate all
mean-
your recommendations, but we about to kill this bitch.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have been up
Like,
front
it's
with it.
it's
at
not even
first.
going to survive the drive home. Okay.
They're in the back,
I mean-
back of the Walmart parking lot, and just.
Not to dig myself in a hole, but I did buy something off Facebook Marketplace and met up at the Walmart parking lot. So
I mean, I bought stuff off Craigslist and I met people in Walmart parking lots plenty of times. Like, it has the best security system for their parking lot out of all businesses in the world. So that's where I'm gonna meet somebody. So good on you for doing that too.
Okay, if you actually want to read the rest of it, that's the whole.
We're so weird. Just sharing the
Wait.
I
No,
didn't realize I
now I
could
have
copy that
to.
thing.
Now I have to pause. Now I have to read this like verbatim because I need this in my life here. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this full screen.
Yeah, this is what. I mean, they couldn't have just said nothing. I mean, that would have been better.
Wait, what the f is this about?
About that sheet.
Dude, this seems like it was written by PJs. Learning more about them as we go.
Like,
This year we went to go all in.
I don't understand the first paragraph. I don't understand that at all.
Oh,
So there's obviously some pretext that I need in order to understand that.
Tell
But
you in a sec.
as far as the second paragraph, that clearly states their reasoning for wanting this. Like,
This was sent after they bought it, so they, when they dropped it off, they made it. They thought they were raising it for like, I guess like for FFA
For show.
or something.
Oh,
for
yes.
showing.
so they. Okay.
So they got the impression that like, it's funnier now understanding that, right?
Yeah, that's why we're pissed off, because that's what we thought. They were going to show it or raise it.
Wait, why are you pissed off? It's not even your sheep.
I'm just saying, no, they are the ones who sold it.
Yeah, but if you agree
Because
to sell it, like, what the f do you care what they do with it?
Yeah, we care.
Yeah, but it has a paper trail.
He has
I mean-
a paper trail.
Yeah, it's a pure grade.
Like,
But it's just the idea of them not saying something beforehand.
it doesn't
we went to all
matter,
this
dude.
effort
If you,
before.
but you gave all of the if it has a paper trail, like, you obviously gave that entire paper trail to them.
Yeah. I mean, so
If
she
you're
to do
willing
with
to
it
sell it,
Exactly.
why do you care what they do?
because they didn't need to tell us. I mean, they could have kept it to themselves. I mean,
They obviously feel super guilty because, like, I'm sure maybe they went through the paperwork afterwards and they're like, oh, damn. Like, oh, shit, this thing's like... not what
I mean,
we
if we known that, we would have just gave them the worst of the bunch.
Yeah, so they obviously should have led with paragraph 2.
Yeah, before the sale was even thought of.
Yeah. Yeah. So my next question is, I need to know the conversation that led up to the sale.
I do not have that.
That's
The long story
That's the
short is
key.
they were just...
a piece of evidence. Like, did they intentionally hide anything from you?
I
or-
think so.
Well, you think so, but
Well,
if maybe someone else were to read it, they'd probably be like,
Yeah, like I feel
yeah,
like
that
there
makes
was
perfect sense.
like, I
All I
want to
said
know
is they wanted to
why
buy
they
the sheep.
approach, like how they approach, like, did they want this specific sheep in mind, or is this like a?
Well, there's multiple sheep for selling. This is just the one that they saw.
Basically.
So it was like like an ad on like a website or
Craigslist,
something?
yes. There's some
Selling
rams
sheep on
for sale.
Craigslist. All right, so I
It's
mean,
good to know. I'm
Animals on Craigslist. I mean, it's not the first time.
I don't
Dude,
think
that's
you care that
excellent to
damn
know.
much
I'm
about a
pretty
sheep
sure I'm-
if you're selling it on Craigslist. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And also, that's really good to know because I'm pretty sure I'm zoned for that. And that sounds like a good investment. You can get it cheap on Craigslist.
I mean, they bought it for 200. I mean, that ain't too bad of a price.
Yep. Oh my god.
What? It's not uncommon around here to sell animals online.
Right, but like, no. But like,
But you're not selling a prized, like purebred. Like if you're expecting it not to be like,
I'm saying, like, what would you be more pissed about? This thing going to slaughter or like someone running over your iPhone in their car? Like, what costs
I
more?
mean, the iPhone has insurance.
Yeah, he's still gonna pay for it.
you-
You get my point, though. Like,
Yeah.
there's a certain dollar.
you're
amount. So
acting
I
like
do
it's
the-
a family member, but it wasn't even your sheep.
No.
I do the same
I'm
thing
not
with my
saying-
cat. So like, listen,
It's
my
the
cat.
idea of them telling you that. I did not need to know this information. You could have just said, we feel bad about doing this. If you want it back, you can have it back. They didn't need to go into all the bloody details about it.
Well, that's more of a reason. If you actually want it back, then like,
Yeah.
you take it back. Then, so like, what's the problem? They offered to
them
give it back to
$200.
you. Yeah.
I
Or, like, keep the $200.
It would be very awkward if they just sent the first part of that conversation. This is like, it seems like your wife's attached to it, like, and they just gave you no reasoning behind it. It's like, then you'd be like, why are they trying to give it back? Probably because they had their way with it out the back. Well, no, that's a different religion. Never mind.
Right.
But I like if they only sent you the first half of that conversation, then you'd have a lot more questions than if they just explained.
Yeah, but they could have
themselves.
sent that in the beginning because
Well, yeah. So my
Well, if
point.
you're buying
that
a
was my point.
$200 sheep on Craigslist, I don't think you're gonna go into that many details about what you're planning on doing. And when they finally did,
Yeah,
then
it's
you're
essentially
feeling
just
weird
like,
about
yo,
it. So
it's
that's
like,
probably
yo,
why
you're
they
selling.
didn't lead with that that information.
Yeah, this is how most transactions go down on Craigslist for buying. Like, I bought a keyboard on Craigslist one time, and it was just like, yo, you still selling this? Yeah. All right. Like, I'm gonna offer you like $50 less. And it's like, no. I'm like, all right, I'll meet you here. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, come alone.
If you don't want people killing your sheep, don't sell them on Craigslist. Sell them at auction.
it's a ram, so obviously it would be. I mean, if it
Why is that obvious?
Because it's a ram.
Dude, I could go on. Do you know I can go on? I can find your regional Craigslist thing, and I can find your ad, and I can reply to it and just be like, "Yo, I want this," and I'm gonna raise it to be like a prize-winning ram.
I mean, good for you.
Jason's gonna go find him. Like, I'll give you $250. I want to raise this, and I want to show it at all the county fairs.
Right? No, you're asking.
Well, that's the
$200.
idea of it.
I'll
Someone
give
was
you
raising it and
300.
showing it at the fairs. So it's the idea.
What if it's
I mean,
just
I don't
like
really care what people do with them, but it's just
you're charging 200? I'll give you 300, but I'm gonna like cut its throat right in front of you.
And you're gonna want with the extra 100. You go ahead and watch.
I mean, that's not as bad as some of this shit. Especially you have a rotten calf and a mother and you rip it in half because it's already decomposing.
I'm sorry.
I don't think they want you to have a Passover.
I mean, they're new to it, so you can just tell them.
Yeah, I like the line. We're gonna learn as we go.
Yeah, it's just like lesson number 1: don't buy a RAM.
Okay, so I am not wrong. It's mostly in pork because of the board paint, because of horde mounts. Okay, so I was right about it, but just mostly just pig.
Nice, Pierce. Nice. Oh man. What else you got for sale on Craigslist?
You had a good opportunity there.
Your color change? Nice. I'll do love me some color things.
Yeah. What do you have for livestock?
Got any keyboards? I'm gonna rip all the keys off of it in front of you.
I mean, I already did that, so I mean, I got a Logitech keyboard on my desk. It's in pieces right now. I'm about to chuck out into the shredder, but
I'm just gonna back over it.
hopefully they'll do that with a 20-pound sludge.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I might go on overboard on that one. Oh, my face hurts.
I feel like I know what's going to come with this statement or sentence.
Send it.
No, it's the same people that we were dealing with the sheep.
Yeah.
What else did they buy off of you?
Yeah.
No, I bought some. Oh, technically, I got something from them.
Oh, so you bartered.
No,
Give you your shit.
this was two
Give you
different
that butter
transactions.
charter.
The neighbors sold the sheep to them, and then I got something from this buyer for free. Just 2 geese. Geese.
That's literally barter.
That's all.
That's barter. You exchanged currency and goods.
No, I got them for free for nothing. I wasn't.
No,
this is a
no.
different
In
party.
exchange. You bartered 2 geese.
I'll give you $200 and 2 geese for that sheep.
Yeah. Yep.
Sold.
Right, but let's do 2 separate receipts.
No,
Yeah, the geese is gone to him, so you can give him a separate gift receipt.
no, the sheep was first. The transaction was already done for the sheep. They were talking about the geese, and it's like, oh, I always wanted to help with geese, so like, are you looking for them? And he was like, look, you can have them. Like, okay. I'll tell you one thing, geese shit.
Obviously,
a lot.
that was clearly to make you feel better. Those were sympathy geese.
Oh, shit.
Are they Canadian geese?
No, word.
What type?
Oh god, I'm good for hell for this one. It's either African or Chinese geese. I believe the African has a bigger bulge on its head than the Chinese geese.
Chinese goose has a pretty big bulge on its head.
Or it's one of the
Is
other
it
has a
gray and
bigger bulge.
is it gray and white? Is it gray and
brown.
white? Brown. Oh. Yeah. All right. Let's try these. I'm pretty sure Google's just like, what do you do for a living?
Tell you one thing, they're friendly as hell for being only a year old.
It's the same thing.
One has a bigger bulge on its.
No, they're like
Beak.
both this size. I'm looking at them side by side. Chinese goose. Right.
Like I said, it's hard to tell the difference. If there is, I mean, there
Their
is.
feather pattern. Their feather pattern's the exact same.
It hurts.
Like it goes horizontal, and then when it gets to the tips, it goes vertical.
It's an AR frame pack I got into.
It's the same
AR
striping
frame
pattern.
I was doing something. Nice.
Get out of here.
Oh, it's like a
Same
multi-use truck.
Okay, well, I got an African geese. That's all. But
So why do you care what happens to the sheep? It's not yours, and you got free geese out of the deal. Like,
I'm
I
not
feel like you're
complaining,
getting
just the
upset over
idea.
nothing.
Oh no, I'm not. It's just the idea is like
No, you were pretty upset earlier.
Mm-hmm.
it's the idea of them posting after. It's like I'm glad you feel bad, but I don't need to know.
That's true. I guess like probably saying nothing would have been better,
Yeah,
but them leading with that. I mean, I would say like that's the right
If
thing
they
to
said
do.
something in
to
the
do that, but
beginning,
if it's yeah, but no. Now that I know that it's Craigslist, no.
if they said something in the beginning, then they didn't need to post this afterwards.
I
That's what
don't.
I'm saying.
If you're buying livestock off
They said-
Craigslist, I don't think you're gonna start off by like, "Hey, we're gonna slaughter this thing."
Some
that's
people
just-
will do.
Right, but I'm just saying like
I mean, if you're looking to slaughter a
nope.
beef
Here's how
cow,
it works,
you want to
Brandon.
make sure it's
I'm just gonna simplify
Well,
this.
it's a
not
beef
for you.
cow.
grass-fed.
That's
If someone comes at me on Craigslist with that explanation off the bat, my initial reaction is, I feel like somehow I'm gonna get arrested for this. Simple as that.
not here. I mean, if someone's looking for breeding or for
Did the ad specify that it was for like showing and not for eating?
Oh,
Or did it just say like sheep for show?
let me look it up. I personally did
I'm
not
gonna
see
look
the
it
ad,
up.
but I believe that.
I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead. I mean, you know my zip code, so.
I don't actually.
Oh, okay.
Brandon, I wrote that down just to send stuff to you, and then like I shred everything because I'm a decent person.
That's good, I guess.
Let's see. Like it's none of my business. Oh. Nope, that's not it. Which one would it be? It's not these ones, I know that. That's not the first one.
Now you got me curious.
Does it? All right, I'm gonna type it. What I think it is.
Okay, so the other ad that they have posted for another sheep, it just says proven Hampshire ram with papers.
What would that be under?
Just look up farm and garden and type in sheep. I mean,
I'm just seeing if it's for sale in Delaware. Like, if there's animals for sale in Delaware.
it's Pittsburgh. Kitty cat.
No.
Ah, damn. Really?
Who the hell wants to go to Altoona for that shit? Wait, there's a Johnstown one? Okay, I didn't know that. I always
Yeah,
just
buddy.
go off of Pittsburgh.
No, these ones are going to be way closer. That's why I assume I remember.
I didn't know
Here's
that.
how I know this, Brandon, is because you told me the hospital network that you typically go to, and I know the counties that serves. So I picked it based on that.
That's for sale in
Alright, so we
Delaware.
go with
Stop it. Fudge. I signed the paperwork today on my tractor.
Nice.
Not tractor.
When do you get it?
Lawnmower. I don't know. Damn, 20 grand.
A 7-month-old mini colt. Oh, here's a Catadin ram lamb.
So that's the ad.
the other sheep that they have for sale.
Yeah, if these people know nothing about sheep, I'd be like, cool, it has papers.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, like I
honestly,
wouldn't like look into see like this thing has a whole family tree. Oh my god.
yeah, that's why I said it has a paper trail.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I know nothing about sheep.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't
And, like,
either.
I picked that up pretty quick. That sucks.
Meanwhile, here's
I
what you can get for
definitely prefer that they
$200
said
in
nothing.
Dover. What the shit? Oh, here you go, Brandon. 2 baby ducks with enclosure.
Ducks or geese? Ducks, I'm guessing.
Ducks. It says 2 baby ducks. 50
Probably a
bucks.
mallard, or I would say it's probably $50. That's what they are for adults here.
I have 2 black and white baby ducks. Not sure if they're male or females. I'm just looking to find them good homes. It's in Earlville. I don't know
Do they
what
have
the
red
fuck Earlville is.
faces?
No,
Or-
black. Here, I'll send. Now I'm on
I just want to see what type of
thinking,
breed they are, just for the hell of it.
Oh man, you got some good tractors down there.
Oh, okay.
Goat kids. That's funny.
Easter bunnies, 25 bucks a piece. Oh, here you go. Here's a John Deere 318 garden tractor with a plow on the front and wheel weights. Oh, Norwegian dwarf bucklings. Chicks, ready to go.
God, it is so damn popular on my Facebook page. Is those chicks right now?
I didn't know that you could sell animals on Craigslist. That's news to me. Oh, here you go.
Selling animals on Craigslist is more popular than Facebook Marketplace, just because
Mixed
it's easier.
breed drakes. My kid got ducks for a 4-H project. Now we have too many males. We have 3 Swedish mix available. They all get along great and can go together or separately. $20 each or $55 for all 3. There you go, Brandon.
Wow. Well, I'm good. I got enough drugs.
Hell of a deal.
Oh, they're selling turkeys here for, I think it was $150 each or $100 each. Yeah, it was $100 each.
St. Croix ram for $300. You can buy a horse for $3,500.
Yeah. I got plenty of horses
Oh,
around.
here's
me.
an
I got
old vintage Craftsman tractor. Pasture raised local beef, $350. Yeah, they're big
I'm
in
actually getting a
Nor-
bandsaw this weekend for
Nigerian
free for doing some
dwarf
work.
goats.
I used to have dwarf goats. They're nice, but
A little fresh.
Not quite ready for slaughter.
Oh, damn. Oh, look at this thing.
Just looking at all the random shit on here now.
It's the same. I'm looking at like John Deere lawnmower accessories.
Leather wrists and ankle cuffs.
The hell are you looking at, dude?
I clicked on for sale and I'm just going down the going through it.
that's the worst one.
It's a lot of NASCAR diecast too. Oh, there's a Crown Vic for $3,600. Come on, Elon, send me my check. I'll get me a Crown Vic. Craftsman snow thrower. That's what you need.
The free,
Not a
the
blower,
free
a thrower.
page is interesting.
Yeah, you got to have the snow thrower.
Yeah. Oh, damn, a 2011 Freightliner Cascadia? 14 grand.
Anything and everything you can think of will be on Craigslist.
Bro. I need 15 grand.
What did you find?
A 1990 MCI luxury passenger coach bus. Party bus. That's all I'm saying. Oh, there's a boat. 27,500. A lot of NASCAR diecast. Oh my god. Shoo! That's nice. Right there. 2006 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. 37 grand.
Damn.
She's clean though. Jesus Christ, she's clean. Creepy dolls.
Yeah, I don't think I'd buy it from that person.
You want to come in and look at my other dolls? Not really. Barely used Xbox One X Jedi Fallen Order. $200. camper. Amish furniture. Exercise bike. Over 80 laptop, desktop, and gaming computers. Oh, this must have been like a gaming house. There is 3 or 4 gaming chairs, a bunch of laptops, a bunch of desktops, a bunch of monitors.
Damn. Wonder what happened.
Someone did something on the Christian Minecraft server they didn't approve of. They slaughtered a lamb for Easter.
Could be.
Oh, that's a vintage mini bike. Maytag washer and dryer. Ooh, a 2013 Ford F-350 dump truck. 27 grand.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's clean. And it's a dump truck.
What
One
year was
owner. 2013.
Oh, that's why I think it might be before death, maybe.
Before death.
I think it was 13 and they transferred. I can't remember.
Yes, drumsticks for $8. A little Debbie Swiss rolls painting for 30. Oh, free kitchen cabinets. Brandon's all over it.
Nah, I'm good. I like the ones I have.
A Waterford Crystal Titanic. $250. Okay. Sorry for those watching the stream. So I learned something new today. You can sell livestock on Craigslist. Isn't $200 a little cheap to be selling those things for, though? Because I'm looking at just random ass sheep on here, and they're $200. That thing's got a whole like history. Wouldn't it cost more?
I mean, just depends on the area, really. I mean, to a point, yes, but the males are taking up space, so if you sell them for a little bit less, you get them out of here faster.
So wait, PJ, did you answer when you're getting your tractor?
I do not know. They have to, all the stuff, or all the tractors came a couple days ago, so they're still in the crates and whatnot. So they have to have their service people like go through it and then service it and stuff, and then they'll reach out to me to schedule a delivery date.
Nice.
Yeah. Can't imagine it'd be more than like a week.
So, now I have a question. How did they respond to those messages? Like, did they say, "Oh no, you're good, and you bought it, and you do it as you like," or did they actually
did they
say we want it
respond?
back?
Am I? No, they just. I don't know what he replied back to, but he just said to me it's there, so. I didn't get a chance to talk to him today.
I feel like you're more upset than this guy is.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
really don't
a little
give a
bit.
rat's ass. It's just funny to me. It's like,
No, you were a little upset about it.
You seemed a little upset.
I mean, it's an animal. Sooner or later we go to a slaughterhouse, so
Wait, regardless?
it's a ram. So yes, you can only keep them for so long before they turn.
It's like you don't eat
But
rams
you
because
eat
their
them.
meat's tougher.
I mean, so
Okay, here we go.
buy it and eat it.
Mm-hmm. Like these people.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So there's actually no problem.
For me, no.
For anyone, because it's going to be going to the slaughter anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Well, just the first impressions of, like, they have kids, so I figured they would raise it for a little bit before it goes to slaughterhouse, but
Yeah, 3 whole days. They explained it in the message.
well, yeah, obviously.
Right.
I mean, good for them. At least they can eat lamb on Easter, I guess.
Ram.
Ram Lamb,
Yeah.
the new electric vehicle. I'm just saying, there's people that pay $200 and would do a worse thing to sheep than what
Well, I know.
they're them slaughtering
True.
it for religious reasons.
Yeah.
Is WWE tomorrow or are you vacation tomorrow?
Vacation,
Okay.
leaving tomorrow morning.
Are you
Next weekend,
excited
next
to go?
Saturday and Sunday is WrestleMania.
Are you excited to go?
WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm more excited about just having my wife at home. Well, not at home. Not at work for... She's got the next, like, week and a half off. After her working the last 17 days.
Oh boy. bet she's
Including
not too
last
happy
night
about
where
it.
she went in at 5 o'clock, came home at 1, turned around, went back in at 4, and closed at 10:30 till 10:30. So
I bet she's not happy about that.
no, because the piece of shit that this is her first day of her vacation, and the piece of shit's already called out. I told her the last time she had to be when she had her surgery, when she was out for like a week and a half. This person called out, disappeared for a week. Called out the first day and said that she was sick, and then they kept calling and text messaging this person to see if they were coming in. They just they left them on red, and then just showed up a week later and kept their job. And I was like, what the fuck?
Fascinating.
This is the same person that they offered a promotion. She accepted, then disappeared. No call, no show, just disappeared for a week. Didn't say anything to anybody. Again, left people on red.
How is
and
she still
then
working there with all these
Proceeded to
no-shows?
get the said promotion when she came back. I was like, what the what?
I mean, I know companies around here, if you don't know shit for 3 days, you're out. No ifs, ands, or buts.
All my wife's been told is she has a chronic health problem that prevents her from coming in, so that she can't be fired. It's like, I don't think that's how that works.
Chronic issue.
My argument's exactly. If it's so chronic, why isn't she on like a disability?
I mean, if it's that severe that you cannot fire
Well,
me.
here's the thing I've noticed. So this person, every time, so like when my wife was out, she was getting like a lot of hours, and that's when she was calling out. Again, my wife's going on vacation, so she's getting like max hours, and she's calling out again. I think she has to have below a certain amount to keep like whatever she like. I don't know if it's government assistance of some sort or what. So she's intentionally calling out to stay under that. The other option is she's just on a bender. Because she looks like the type.
Was it ever mentioned what type of chronic disease?
Nope.
Whatever it is.
Nope. And half time she shows up, she has no doctor's note to turn in. And they got on to her back.
Because it's too severe because to go to hospital.
I don't know. She claims she's called in claiming before she's in the hospital, but she doesn't come back in with like a note or anything from a doctor. Let me put it this way. There's one day she was trying to switch and no one could switch with her because she wanted to spend time with her grandkids. Guess who called out that day? Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to spend time with your grandkids, but you can't just decide, like, when you're already scheduled to work, that you're like, hey, yeah, this is the time I want to spend with my grandkids. Peace. And still keep a job. That's not how the real world works. And my wife said her daughter just had another kid, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like, she's on a bender. She's just decided she doesn't going to show up, or she's got some sort of benefits that require her to have, like, only work X amount of time or make X amount of money, so she's calling out to balance it out. Because this happens like once a month, where she just disappears. And when she does show up, there's days where she just sits in the office all day and does absolutely nothing but complain that she's in pain. Then she says she can't do anything. I was like, so why are these people paying her if she sits in the office and does nothing when she shows up? And
I assume she has a high rank because of all this.
No.
Really?
Nope. She is middle management.
I assume your wife is lower than her?
Nope. My wife is technically her superior. My wife's one step above her, one step from being head honcho.
Okay. I assume she's been working there for quite a while. The one
Who?
company.
Oh, the one that, yeah, she was there when my wife got hired. She was there. She's been there longer than my wife, and they offered the position that this person's at now to my wife before they offered it to her. And then when my wife had her surgery, she came back in and was like, oh, this person got offered the promotion at the same level, and then my wife got promoted again over this person who, again, has been there longer. It's just like, why keep them around? If you know they're no good, why keep them around? If you have no desire to move up in the company, then why are you sticking around? But the best part is when this person disappears, like so for example, this week scheduled 40 hours, and then with my wife being on, she has the opportunity to get overtime. So instead of working the 40 hours, she's going to call out, and then when she does show up, whenever she decides to come back into work, she's going to bitch and complain that she needs more hours. Well, maybe you worked the ones you were scheduled, and you wouldn't be in dire need of more hours. It's simple, man.
So she complains that she don't get enough, but yet complains when she gets too much.
No, she doesn't complain when she gets too much. She just doesn't show up for work when she gets too much.
Oh.
So
That's weird.
With that happening so often, have you figured out the number of hours?
It's usually anything over 30. I don't have it all, yeah, but like she had 35.
Like a freaking stopwatch, being like, all right. So now it's gotta be because you'd have to look at what your state is for part-time versus full-time, and
I don't say 39.9.
stipulation. What? Where the hell do you work?
I don't know if my wife
It's
had
39.
access to tell if she, like, that's how my wife knew she called out today.
It's like
No one
I think it's
called
like-
her and told her. She just has access to see who's clocked in and who's not. I wonder if she has access to, like, the amount of hours she worked each month and see if there's like an
time sheets
average.
and stuff. Yeah, sure.
That's a good
sure.
idea. I'm gonna ask her. Well, I'm not asking her. I'll ask her when we come back from vacation. The less she has to worry about working.
Bet your ass. If I'm suspicious of someone of like the hours that somebody works, like you bet your ass I am that person that's petty enough to sit there and like
ripping ass.
Keep tabs on hours for people. Not that I'm gonna do anything about it, but just for my own personal, like, I knew you were cheating the system.
Just for your own personal knowledge.
Yeah. Yep. And that's good enough for me. I'm never gonna rat anyone out over that. But I don't know. Like, so in Massachusetts, I think it's like 31 and a half hours, and anything over, no, 33 and a half hours, and everything over that is considered full time. So my guess is because that's approximately the same, that she can't hold a full-time job. She's not allowed to. For whatever benefit.
Do you know if she has a full-time
receives.
job or a part-time job?
No, she's considered part-time.
Exactly.
Okay.
But so then it's like, if you're part-time, how do you get any kind of promotion? You're just part-time. Like, once you get into any kind of management, you have to be full-time.
Well, she's
And
she's
if that's not the
part-time
case,
and,
then shame on Walmart.
well, it's not Walmart, but she averages like for me when I was a part-time at Walmart, like I very rarely saw 32 hours, but she's averaging over 32 hours at this point as a part-time. My wife's full-time.
What's Delaware?
Maybe it's because she wants. I bet it's for the benefits. I bet that's what it is. Because if you're considered a full-time employee and you have to like opt to deny the optional benefits, and I know that can cause problems for certain other potential benefits that you can receive.
Just deers out in the field here.
So this is Google, so take it with a grain of salt. Apparently Delaware's is 35 hours or less a week. Even though the IRS considers 30 hours per week part-time. There. That's all.
No, you want the threshold for full-time, not...
Well, we were talking about part-time.
Yeah, it's anything between 35 to 40. Like you 32 hours is technically the part-time maximum, but they allow up to 35 for X amount of time. Like you can't have consecutive weeks of like 35 hours because then that's considered full-time. But if you have like a 35-hour week and then you're back down to 32 for like 2 or 3 weeks and then go back up to 35, they don't overlook it. They still consider you part-time.
I know a lot of the like nurses around here, they do like 312s, so 36 hours, and they're considered full-time.
Yeah, that if they do it here in Delaware, if they do that consecutively, like constantly, 36 hours, that's considered 35 to 40 is considered full time.
I guess I'll look that up. I want to say in Mass it always used to be like 33 and a half or 30. Yeah, 33 and a half. I don't know.
There you go. There's my ride for the next week.
If you were driving next to me on the highway, I would hope you get a flat tire.
Fuck, dude.
Hopefully, it might be the Compass. I think it's the Compass that has the bad transmissions in them.
They all do. They're fucking Jeeps.
Yeah. Well, I've been told the Wagoneers are the might be the
No,
Wagoneers.
I lied. Massachusetts doesn't have these laws. In Massachusetts, 32 hours a week is generally considered full-time. While there's no strict legal definition, many employers use 30 or 32 hours as the cutoff. So we just don't have one. So by that, you could just work 1 hour a week and be considered full-time. So that's amazing. And when I start my own LLC, that's how I'm going to pay myself through that loophole. Fantastic. But that also makes sense because in Massachusetts they have to like specify for every single position that's posted whether it's full-time or part-time.
That's what they do here.
Same G's.
Right, but the hours can be different. So you could be, based on what I'm reading, it could be 30 hours in part-time or it could be 30 hours in full-time. Full-time would mean that you'd be eligible for benefits and stuff. Part-time means you're not. So I'm saying, like, they have to include that in the job posting
Nice.
because you can have it.
Well, I'm leaving for vacation, so I won't be able to check it out until
Like the same position
next week sometime.
in the same department, and one's full-time, one's part-time. That would blow.
Like not next. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm gonna be going all next week, so the week after. I look like I ran over something pink. Oh, because it did. What is that?
Let me borrow real
Oh,
quick.
flower.
Are you guys a cheese guru by chance?
Not a huge cheese guy.
I like
I mean, I
cheese.
do like cheese, on, like melted on something, but I'm not like, I don't crave it.
I like cheeses. I like trying different types of cheeses. I don't like what the concept of cheese. Like, I don't like that it where it comes from. I actually watched. I've been weirdly with like the YouTube TV. I get like all the PBS channels, and sometimes when there's like nothing on, I'll just like see what's going on PBS. Usually it's Rick Steves, and I'm fine with that. But when it's not Rick Steves, I watch whatever's on there, and they were showing something about like the most expensive cheeses in the world, and there was this blue cheese, and they like pulled the wheel.
Blue cheese.
And they pulled the wheel out, and I just like, I straight up just dry heaved, because it was like, have you watched the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
All right, so you know,
Are you
like
talking the
Prisoner of Azkaban. No, in general,
Never
you know,
watched the book or movie.
Prisoner of Azkaban, when like Harry gets the Care of Magical Creatures book that's like alive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's like it looks like that.
Yo,
It's
Harry?
like it's like furry on the outside. I know. And I saw that, and I was just like, ugh, God, because
Blue
that's
cheese
all.
just
That's,
stinks.
that's what cheese is, though. It's just like,
Yeah, it's moldy milk, basically.
yeah, I know, but like I had seeing it in its raw form, I was just like, oh, Lord, no. But like, if you hand me like a packet of blue cheese, like I'm putting that on, whatever.
Seriously, you like blue cheese?
I don't really. So I never did. I really didn't. Like growing up, I
can't
would
stand
never
the
have
smell of it.
blue cheese. But once I got into wings, I was just like, it always came with blue cheese, and then I'm like, all right, I'll try the blue cheese on the wing, and then I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad. And that's why I stress to everyone, like, you have to try stuff, and you can't be so closed off. And so I can honestly say, like, the things that I don't eat, it's because I've tried it. I've eaten it. And in multiple forms. And then I'm like, honestly, I just don't like it.
Now,
No
see, I
thanks.
can't. If it's just rank and I can't stomach the smell of it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, there's no way I'm putting that in my mouth.
See, I'll try it.
I don't.
The only thing I won't,
can't.
there's very few things I won't try, and one of them is
You didn't try that eel.
right. Right. Yeah. Well, because I own an eel, and I feel like that's
Guess what I had for dinner, buddy? Your brother.
yeah. I feel like Snape would be pretty upset about that.
I had your cousin Severus.
But like,
He was tasty.
so this restaurant also had like octopus.
Nah.
I've read too many
Yeah,
stories
like,
of people
nah.
choking when it gets like stuck in their throat, and I'm like, that's for me. It's like, I'm good. Good
Right.
night.
I'd rather
Cool.
try catfish over octopus. Just saying.
I've had catfish, fried catfish, so good.
I have some in the freezer. I'm
Oh,
about
they're
to try.
like hush puppies. It's like,
He got that low quality shit. He's not getting fresh catfish.
well, I mean, I don't really get fresh catfish up here.
Yeah,
I'll
but
say,
it's
is there
not
any
frozen.
catfish up that way?
We do have a lot of catfish. We do.
Oh, so I
but
thought you
it
would.
isn't the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
We get like lean catfish. You guys get like the big old catfish from like down south.
Probably.
Yeah. Because a lot of your stores are from like down south.
Yeah.
So I like I've caught a catfish before, and I was just like, how do people eat this?
I mean, who can eat a clam or clam?
Me.
Usually lamb. No.
Usually just, well, you know, you just
Slurp that bitch down.
literally slit it ear to ear. That's how you open up a clam. So
What about the cheese I posted in Admin? Did you ever?
oh yeah, sorry, so sorry, Brandon. We're
That's
back
fine. We got distracted.
to- I know.
I didn't know if you ever heard of this or had this before.
Oh, brie,
Or
dude, I've had.
brie. I don't think I've had
Oh my
it.
god. What? Man, I made Friendsgiving 2 years in a row. I used
Oh, God.
brie.
Well, this is the first time I've tried it.
It comes in like cheesecake slices, so you get it in like a little pie,
Yes.
and you can either buy it individually sliced in like little pie slices, or you can get the whole thing and then try to figure out how to get the wax coating off on your own.
Oh,
And I
it's a
made
real
that
pain.
mistake. Yeah, I
I
made that
mean, you
mistake
can
several
eat it,
times.
but it just no.
Yeah, but you have to like warm it up to room temperature, but it can't be like regular
warm.
room temperature. It has to be like cold room temperature. It has to be like 50, 55 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's the only time where if you're like picking at the wax to take it off, like it's the only time it's not gonna melt.
It's not bad.
No, but brie actually tastes good, especially. To
I mean, you
Phoenix's
can't have
point,
too much
if you
of it at
melt
one
it.
sitting.
Yeah, but if you melt that brie, because it's so, like, naturally, it's like a
It's a soft cheese, yes.
cheese that if you throw it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, it just becomes like super gooey, and then you can, like, that's why it's one of the like main things that you put into a what are those things called?
Fondue.
Fondue. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of the main ingredients in fondue.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a
But brie's
person
good.
in a rock, but I don't think I ever had fondue.
I've never had fondue either.
So yeah, I've had it as like a novelty thing. But where I used to live, there was an actual restaurant. It was a fondue restaurant,
Yeah, I almost said
and I was like,
something.
that's a pretty cool idea. Minus the fact that you have to like, you know, for health purposes, like replace the cheese every time. But it was like an 8-person circular bench around a big fondue pot. and you could choose the cheeses that you wanted in your fondue pot and the type of breads and stuff that you get. Yep, for the skewers, and then you could just like, you know,
Fascinating.
fondue away.
We got a place like that
and it was
here
like
called Fondue. It's a restaurant.
As far as I know, unless you go to big cities, I don't think there's anything around here like that.
yeah.
I'm not that big of a cheese guy that I can say
Well, I mean,
want
it's
fondue.
so
Yeah,
I would
sure.
much prefer fondue. Oh, that's actually a good business. So I'd much prefer fondue over charcuterie board. Although my issue with
So okay,
fondue is the cross contamination. So what? Hear me out. What if you do like a fondue thing with like disposable, like little forks that you pick at the stuff with?
but a charcuterie, is that basically just a meat and cheese platter?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just got fancy. Just have meat and cheese and call it charcuterie boards now.
I mean, if you go to Walmart, that's what they're called. If you get the fancy ones.
They
I'll
used
tell
to
you
be
this,
meat and cheese
Phoenix.
platters.
So like the fancy millennial people, like not like us, but like the actual like, you know, people that have their shit together a little bit more. Like we were greeted. We have one couple that lives diagonal from us. Everyone else in the community is like in their 60s and 70s, but they're in their like late 30s, and they greeted
So
us.
they're younger
with,
than you.
how dare you, Brandon?
So technically, you're not the youngest ones on the block. Oh god.
I am the youngest on the block. I said they're elder. Well, they're like late millennials.
You said early
Sorry,
30s. I thought you were mid. Yeah, you're mid 30s.
No, sorry, early millennials. So,
Yeah.
but they're in their late 30s.
Ah, okay. Sorry then.
And the wife came up to my wife with a custom-made charcuterie board wrapped in like ivy with a wine bottle in it.
God damn.
Yep.
Okay.
So like the charcuterie boards are
Did it have olives on
Yeah,
it?
I know that it's exploded, but basically it's just a meat and cheese platter.
I know, but it's just like it's a whole thing. I don't get it because so like we had one for our wedding because it was either that or like a veggie. So it was a whole. You know, I mean, it was pretty elaborate. Like it was a old timey like I don't know, like 1600s like cart they wheeled in, and on that was an entire like charcuterie board where it had like 4 platters of meats and like
Boy, that's fancy.
Six or
as hell, if you
seven.
ask me.
6 or 7 platters of cheeses and then like fruits and stuff. Well, yeah, Brandon, I paid it like $1,500 for it, so it better be fancy.
Better be some fancy ass meats.
No,
Better
I
not
just
be
go to
no
Walmart and buy the
pepperoni salami
$15 one.
Yeah, oh, I was serving like 100 people, so you had to make it look good. Anyways, but I would have rather preferred like I don't know, like I go to the weddings and stuff, and you get the charcuterie board, and you just like stack a bunch of like cheese and meats. I feel like I'm in like elementary school again with like Lunchables, you know?
That shit used to be good whenever it was under $1. Now it's $1.86.
Oh my god! And then you can't get your geese.
I'm just saying, I always got like
86 cents more.
I know, it's just the idea that shit used to be like.
I never had Lunchables.
You weren't missing much.
Well, yeah, obviously you wasn't missing much, but just
Unless you got the
a
pizza
quick
one,
snack.
you actually had access to a microwave. So, like, if you were at home and you warmed that little
Especially
pizza up a
the
little
pizza
bit.
one?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Wait, you didn't have access to a microwave in high school?
No.
No.
Oh god. We did.
They didn't trust us with a microwave.
Oh,
We
God,
would've
with multiple
put
classrooms, we had
We would
microwaves.
have put
Somebody
everything that doesn't belong in a microwave in we would have made a giant tinfoil ball of all of our homemade lunch sandwiches, and we would have gone down all of the lunch tables to add our wrappers to it to make probably like a 1 foot tall solid ball of aluminum, and then put it in the microwave and set it on high, and then everyone would leave the cafeteria. That's I
That's
promise
what
you
happened in my school.
1,000% that's what would happen.
I mean, we've had access. I mean, certain classrooms had them, but we've had access to microwaves.
They took away, from my grade, they took away pencil sharpeners.
What? The electric
Yeah.
ones, I assume?
Nope, all pencil sharpeners. It was at the teacher's desk. If we need our pencil sharpened, it had to go to the teacher's desk, and the teacher had to sharpen it for us.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Ours was just hanging up by the door. You had to
We
get
were
up,
making,
sharpen
like-
that, crank that
we were
bitch.
making pretend shivs and stuff.
Christ. I thought you
And,
guys
like-
were bougie up there for...
No one ever stabbed anybody, Brandon. It was just more of like the gesture. This was pre 9/11, all right? So it was
Oh.
a different time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you could pretend stab
makes
somebody
sense.
and it was okay.
Bryce, if you did that here, the cops would be calling on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember paper hornets?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
made them out of copper wire.
Yep.
They were breaking skin. And
I remember taking like balsa wood from like our little like small gas engines class and like sharpening the shit out of that, and we make like improv bow and
Wait,
arrows.
You had balsa wood in your small gas engine? Okay.
Not small gas engine. I forget what it was called. It was the one where you like build the bridges and stuff.
I was gonna say, we built houses. Like, we built models.
you went to
that class was
Coldest
called
Water, right?
Principles of Technology. where I
Yeah,
was-
yeah. There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
No, this was high school.
Yeah,
classes.
Principles of Technology. It was something similar to that, but we had to like construct a bridge out of balsa wood and glue, and it had to be like the strongest. And
We
stuff
did it
like
with
that.
pasta.
It was-
Fine, that's what we did in science
Was your
class.
art class
anyways.
macaroni paintings? Like, what?
Regardless of where the wood came from, we'd take that and we'd go over to that class and sharpen it into little arrows, and then make mini bow and arrows, and then shoot them at each other in class.
Oh, I never did that. Son of a bitch, that would be cool to do.
But some of them would like
Oh, I bet that
break
punctured
skin.
some Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's what when we were shooting them freaking.
And you just get
metal
sent to the
hornets at each
principal's
other.
office, and it's just like, why do you keep doing this? And you're just like, I don't know.
Because it's
They're like,
fun.
all right, well, don't do it again. And you're like, all right, fine. And you just get sent down to the principal's office again.
The
No big deal.
biggest thing in, I think it was 11th, junior year, maybe sophomore year. I know the popular kids folded a piece of paper in quarters, and you just fold it the right way, and you whip it and it makes a big pop noise.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids got in trouble because of that.
My knuckles still flinch when a quarter slides across the table.
Yep. Knuckles.
I never did that. I mean, I know a couple kids did that, but
Mm-hmm.
I will say the biggest thing in high school was General Tso's chicken for lunch. That was the biggest trading day for anything. Because you get an extra of that was $2.50 just for an extra. And everyone was trading to you. Well, I mean, usually it's $1 for extras.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're gonna get like upsize of extra chicken, extra General Tso.
If you say so.
What? That's the biggest popular dish.
I don't know. I didn't
at
get
my
school lunch, and at my school, like, nobody got school lunch.
Really?
Oh,
It was.
it was such an upgrade when I went to high school. Our high school lunches we had like a full ass salad bar. It was
No,
so good.
no, we didn't have.
We had
Shit,
3
our
lines
school
in the back of
lunches
the bus.
our school lunches were very consistent throughout the entire educational system. So like the
Well, I
elementary
went to a
school kids, the
different
middle school kids were
high
getting
school.
the same shit as the high school kids.
Yeah, but I would
And
have
it
stayed
was
in the
like-
district. I would have had the same thing. but I went to a
The
different
worst part about
district.
it was that like it was like only like the school choice kids were like getting lunch at school.
Really?
Yeah.
I know for my senior year, I knew someone that went to the ECW, the technical college. I guess it would be considered that. So every so often, I always gave him like $10 to go to Subway and pick me up a foot-long sub. It's like perfect lunch.
That was the weird gray area when I was in high school. Some teachers felt that we should be allowed to go because we had like an Arby's, a Subway, a Chinese place.
Like leaving campus during the day.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like half the teachers felt we should be allowed to. So if they saw us out when we were at our lunches, they wouldn't say anything. But then there was other teachers that were like very strict by the book, and they saw us out. So yeah, you really had to be careful. And I'll never forget my shop teacher called. It was a guy that was in my shop class named Scotty. Kyle and Scotty were out at Uncle what they call Uncle Willie's. It's like a gas station. But they had like a full like little mini like I don't know what you want to call it in there, delicatessen where you can get subs or they get chicken or
Deli.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, deli. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was more
just made out of deli.
More than just a deli. It had like.
I have the same thing down the street from me, and I can't describe it either. It's just like it's a deli because they have like meats, like full meat things in the window.
Full, like,
but you
meat
can also get
and stuff.
Yeah, but you can also just get a sandwich made, and
Yep.
it's a good sandwich because they just shave it right off the block.
Yep. So like, my shop teacher called. It was Kyle and Scotty. They were at the. Yes, there was another kid in my shop class my same year named Kyle, so that was very confusing. And one was B and one was D, so it was very confusing. But so that's why we went by our last names. But they called them two at or the shop teacher called them. The shop teacher really didn't care. He didn't feel one way or other. He didn't care. But as soon as he pulls up, Scotty he's like bright ginger. Like he was the most ginger of the gingers. His hair was so freaking bright. It was almost like Becky Lynch's hair. And it's hard to not see him, especially when he drives an all white pickup truck. And as soon as Mr. Jones shows up, Scotty quickly looks at him dead in the face and dives down into the passenger seat. And Kyle was just like, he knew Mr. Jones didn't care. Scotty clearly did not. So they're sitting there, and Kyle's like, yeah. He went inside. So Scotty sits up, and Mr. Jones just leaning in the window. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Fuck, I'm getting written up, ain't I?
We used to be able to leave in high school. We used to be able to leave. And then my brother's grade decided that their senior prank, it's like when I was a sophomore, their senior prank was to like everyone go out at lunch and just leave the school and then just not come back for afternoon classes.
I can't remember. I don't think we had a senior prank.
That ruined it for everyone because from that point on, they're just like, all right, no one gets to leave school ever again.
Luckily for me, I guess it's a separate building, so they just came through the parking lot, dropped it off, and just kept going back to the college. It's like, yeah, this is good.
The class before us released goats in the building, the main school building. That was a trip watching them try to chase all those down.
Oh yeah, especially a goat. I mean,
I want to say there was at least 30, 40 of them. Like it was a whole like trailer load of them. They backed up to the doors and just let them loose. And then my class, like we had a water balloon fight out. It's like, this is kind of lame. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say we broke the tradition. Like our class was the first class to just not do a senior prank. We were like, no, nope.
I don't think we did a senior prank because, as far as I remember, Well, of course, I
No,
wasn't
we
popular
had we
kid,
had like a water
so-
balloon fight in the parking lot. That was it.
Yeah, I think our FDC and us, like our age, without knowing, just like knew there was just gonna be so much shit ahead that it's just like, no, we can't waste our energy on this. Like, there's bigger things that are gonna happen to us that we're gonna have to deal with.
You see the shit we've lived through already? It's gonna get worse.
Yep.
Here's a question: Did you?
I know.
Did you
I
have
just
a
love. I
10-year
love the
reunion?
millennials. So we did have a 10-year, and it. So we had our secretary or class secretary was responsible for like maintaining the Facebook page and like reaching out to everyone, and she did like just a terrible job of it. So like only half the people got invited, and then the other half of the people, once they found out, were like posting in the Facebook group, just like, F you, like, why wouldn't you, like, I live 2 towns over from where this took place, like, you guys could be better about this. And it's just like our grade just wrapped up in a nutshell. So that went okay, and the only reason it happened is because one of the guys from our class opened up a restaurant in the area, so he just like closed it down for a night and let whoever wanted to come show up.
But
beyond that, there's like, I can promise you that like we didn't have a 15. There's definitely not going to be a 20, and like that's the end of any contact with anyone from our grade. And at this point, like, I don't want to see them.
they were so our, like, the whole student body, with the exception of the treasurer, has nothing to do with anybody from our high school anymore. The class president, he up and moved to Florida, and nobody's heard from him since. And so, like, it was put on her, and she was just like, do you guys want to do like grottos in Dover? We'll rent out the room, and we
my thing is, like, they had,
and then it slowly morphed into like they had just one table at the grottos, and like no one showed up.
my thing is, like, early on in high school, like, every class had their, like, their council and stuff. And so when we first got into high school, it was just like, oh, whoever's most popular. And like they held that stuff, but then it wasn't cool anymore. And then by the time I got to senior year, it was all the people just trying to make like valedictorian or like be high up for resume purposes. And by that time, you just picked like the nerdiest people that nobody knew, and like they don't have a social network. So, but they're going to be the ones that are responsible for putting all this stuff together. So it's just like, well, they don't talk to anybody. They don't know anyone. Like, how the hell are they going to coordinate anything?
It'd be interesting to go to my 10-year, but I don't know who would actually show.
My advice is don't.
I'm glad I didn't, because my best friend, he was like, oh, let's go. We got to go. We can see all the guys again. And I was like, nah, it sounds like it's going to be pretty lame. Like, I was like, grottos, like, sounds pretty lame. And he was like, as it was progressing, they're like, well, like, nobody's pitching in to help, and, not too many people are RSVPing, so, like, it ended up being just, like, one long table at Grotto's Pizza, and, like, 10 people showed up.
Why bother?
It's like,
Why bother?
and my best friend was one of them. I was like, I told you it was going to be lame. I told you. That's why I didn't want to go.
I mean, I know, especially for my class, it was a big time for the football team, because I think we got like 12 or 13 wins that season.
It's just
which
wild to
is
see,
the most.
like, all these movies where they have their class reunions, and it's like they're in like the
People actually
school
give a shit.
gymnasiums, and it's full. It's like, oh, everybody's running in there. Oh, I knew you. Yeah. My
that
10-year
sucks.
reunion was just like, you want some pizza?
My
Nah,
college
alright,
was
cool.
like that. Like, it's a very formal thing. So what they do is they do it over the summer, and then they, like, when no students are on campus, and then they let the alumni for whatever reunions that they're hosting, because it's like multiple per summer, and they let them stay in the dorms to like relive old times. And I'm just like, no.
Did you guys do a 5-year, or is it just 10?
10. I think that would be the only one we'll ever have.
We did 5 and 10
Oh shit, my
for both high school and college, and I only attended the high school ones, and I never went to the college one, ever, and I never will.
It'd be interesting if our school does a 10-year in 2 years. It'd be interesting.
It's gonna be sad, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's gonna be all the popular people. It's like all these elitists.
No, I
Especially the football team.
Man, it just makes you feel like how old you got.
Oh yeah.
So. Alright, gang, I'm gonna head off because I'm exhausted, and my dad's showing up tomorrow to help me out with some projects, and he's gonna be here
Rocky one.
and we're getting snow, so.
we're at
Yeah, we're going.
like 1 3/4 inch rain over the past 24 hours, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna start out as snow.
3.5 inches here.
It's gonna start out as snow. We're gonna get like 1.5 inches of snow, and then it's gonna turn to rain, and then it's gonna get cold. So like, who knows? But all I'm doing is sitting here looking at my neighbors, and both of them have like fertilized their lawns already, and I'm just like, ha ha.
My bitches, you do it for no reason.
Yep. Like, suck it. My lawn's the worst out of all years, but at least I didn't fertilize already, because you can't do it again. All right, gentlemen, have a good evening.
You too, sir.
Have a good one.
Well, ladies and gents, I think it's close enough to midnight. I can call it. I will not be here tomorrow night. I don't know if one of the guys will stream in my place or not. You can find their channels linked in the description of every video. You can also, in Discord, if you're a member of the Discord, you will get a notification whenever one of them do go live. So if they do go live, you'll be notified there if you hang out in Discord. But I won't be here. I will be back next Friday for a live stream. I might be here for PJ stream. I'm not sure yet. But I will be back streaming on my channel next Friday. So, yeah. But if you guys did like the stream, do me a huge favor and leave a like down below. If you guys do want to see future live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to be notified whenever I do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.